All right, welcome back to the show about framing. Today we're mixing two passions of mine, and that is comic books and framing. So today we're framing, a variant. There's different ways that you can present your stuff. So here we're not going to use adhesive. We're going to place the adhesive around it. So how do you do that, right? So grab some double-sided tape. We have a nice little backing. This is what the customer wanted, right? Everything's going to be acid-free, so it's not going to discolor it. And we're going to place basically a little bit of shelving around the book. So basically it's going to sit in there very much like it would sit in the CGC or any other comic grading service. So here we're going to use our strips of acid-free mat board. We're going to create this about 4 plies paper worth of mat board, so it's called 4-ply. I'm just going to place it over and around and just create that nice little shelf that we want to use. You got to take your time. You don't want it going anywhere near that tape. This tape is actually, in the industry, it's called super stick. So it's super sticky and it's not going to move. And we want the less adhesive around our comics, the better, right? Look at that little shelving. And I get a little strip up here. And kind of press down. So now that we've built the shelving that's going to keep it in place, very much repeat. So we're going to repeat how much double-sided tape. Right there. What we did last time. And I've pre-cut the mat. The client wanted a Vision Silver. So I just want to kind of keep it in place. We're not going to be able to see our corners, but this will keep it in place. And it's reversible. You know, everything that a good framer is going to do is going to be reversible. And gonna press that around, get that going, and I'll have to film the next piece. I haven't built the frame yet, but here, I've been doing this for years, kids. You don't want to do this unless you got a steady hand and you're just taking your time doing these things. So we kind of just remove. We want all the double-sided tape away from our piece, very far away, and kind of move it around. And take our time. Where you going anyways, you know? Now it's very interesting here in New England. It's April, and we got snow. And the heat came on last night. We haven't shut it off yet. But still a surprise to see April snow. Remember, a couple years back, it snowed on April Fools. I'm just creating a nice little package here to, well, it's like encapsulating. So we're just kind of placing it behind all that mat board, and it embellishes the color. Here's our back board. It should be the last cut. There we go. Now we're going to even put another backboard behind that one. That's just kind of make sure it's all acid free. And so now we're going to be able to fit that right into a frame. Hoping to do a part 2 pretty soon. I have to get the frame in. He wanted a bright red frame on this one. I think it's a cool combo. We'll have to wait and see to see that one. For now, we're going to place this in a flat drawer and wait for the frame molding to come in. We're going to cut it up, and then we're going to use UV glass. So we only sell UV protective glass. There's a bunch of different grades out there, but the number one is either UV museum plexi or UV glass. So the UV plexi is actually much more expensive, depending on what you're going to do, what you're framing, right? So this one, it's a $100 book, you know? You want to treat it nice. If you're afraid of shattering, maybe you want to use the plexiglass, right? Things to consider. Always message me and I can advise you for the love of the game. All right, guys, talk to you soon, and thanks for watching.